Hi, I'm Mr. Young. I want to welcome you to Auto Tech 2. This year what we'll be covering is basic electricity, so the electrical system in your car, just the basic electrical system. We're going to learn how electricity flows through the car, how to determine when you have a problem with the electrical system, and how to repair that electrical system. From there we'll go on to engine performance, and engine performance is not increasing the horsepower in your car. It is diagnosing issues with computers, input sensors, output actuators in order to get the vehicle to perform correctly the way the manufacturer designed it. We'll also be covering heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. So the system that both provides you heat to the passenger compartment and cool to the air conditioning compartment. We'll learn about those as well, about that system as well. We'll also cover automatic transmissions. Very basically in automatic transmissions, it all depends on how much time we have, but we may get into tearing a couple down and putting them back together. That depends on the amount of time we have. But we're going to cover how they work, so you'll understand how an automatic transmission works before this year is out. When we get the opportunity to meet in person, we will go over the use of all the different tools that we use for electrical, for engine performance, and for HVAC and automatic transmissions. We'll start off with basic things like how to use a test light properly, and we'll go from how to use a test light to how to diagnose using a multimeter. So you'll learn how to operate the multimeter, you'll learn what those functions tell you. So as you're making measurements, being able to determine whether that's a good thing, that's a bad thing, you'll be able to use this multimeter to help you do diagnostics. Things like a power probe, some specialty tools that are used to check for things like shorts, opens in a circuit. And we also have our scan tools. We have several different types of scan tools that we use to look at what the computer is seeing that the engine is doing. These scan tools also have lab scope functions, so we can actually measure the inputs to the computers to determine whether the computer is at fault, the sensor is at fault. So we use those tools, we'll use those tools to do all our diagnostics. This year you're also going to be introduced to a new online learning system called Electud. A lot of our lessons will be in Electud, and it's an interactive system that allows you to do some tests with virtual equipment. So things like a multimeter, we'll be able to go in and do some testing with a multimeter virtually, so that hopefully when you get here in class and we have you in person, that you'll already be versed in how this piece of equipment operates and how to manipulate it in order to get the information that you need. One of the projects that you'll complete while you're in Auto Tech 2 is building and testing automotive circuits, and we do this on a piece of plywood. It gives you the opportunity to use all those tools that we discussed, the multimeter, the test light, the power probe, in order to determine what's going on with the circuit. So you'll have the opportunity to build this, which will take care of a bunch of NATEF tasks like learning how to solder, learning how to repair connectors, diagnosing burnt fuses, diagnosing open circuits, faulty components. So all that will be done on this plywood mock-up of automotive circuits. And then once we get that done, then we go to the vehicles and we'll do testing on the vehicles. So there's a lot involved in doing the diagnostic testing on even these simple circuits and then going to a vehicle. When you do these, you have the opportunity to see everything in front of you. Of course, when you go to a vehicle, everything is buried inside the car. So understanding the principles of how the electrical system works and understanding how to diagnose without tearing things apart is going to help you greatly when you move to a vehicle and start diagnosing on a vehicle. You'll have the opportunity during this school year to take additional student ASE tests. There are 10 total, so if you haven't passed all 10 in first year, you'll have the opportunity to pass them during your second year in automotive. I look forward to seeing you this school year. See you soon.